Okay, I want to show you how to make your own loops that we can actually upload to Soundtrap, because although Soundtrap has tons and tons and tons and tons of loops already for us, and we can make some really cool stuff, I just want to show you how we can take sounds from perhaps popular culture and incorporate it in there, whether it's from a song or a speech or I mean, even the Beatles, they did a bunch of and on their records, they had like sounds of voices from media. They had like sirens going off, police sirens, and things like that, including in their music. And a lot of artists have done this. So I just want to show you how we're going to do this. So this is going to make my work a little bit more original and perhaps give it a little bit of depth, and perhaps, depending on what we picked, as maybe we can do social commentary on it too. So what I'm using, I'm going to get some audio from YouTube, and I'm using my my Chrome audio capture to actually download some of it. So what I've decided, I thought it'd be kind of cool to look at Dr. Martin Luther King's famous I Have a Dream speech, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to actually take that I Have a Dream sound and record that and make that into a loop, because that could be kind of neat. I have the speech here, and I'm going to actually just use my Chrome audio capture just to record that I have a dream when he says that. I can edit it if I don't get it exactly in the beginning and the end on Soundtrap, but I just want to record the gist of it. So let me kind of have it set up here.
My poor little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream.
Okay, so I'm going to write just a tiny, tiny bit because I want to capture that I have a dream. There's so many cool things that I could take from a speech. So I have it kind of set up on YouTube where I want to get it. So you could do it from a piece of music, you could do a sound effect, you can do a speech, you can do anything. So I'm going to have my Chrome capture ready to go. I'm going to start it. Again, this is just capturing the audio from my computer, so it's okay if I actually talk. I'm going to hit play.
Where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
I don't know why it's not doing it. Let's try it one more time. Start capture. And then I'm going to record
by
it.
the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
Pause it, and then I'm going to stop the capture. For some reason it's not working right now. I got too much stuff going, and then it'll let me download it. Okay, so pretend that I did that. It should work for you. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back to my loop project that I actually did, and so I got to open up that. So I'm going to enter the studio here, because what I'm going to do now is with that actual I Have a Dream recording that I just did, I'm going to do some funky stuff with it. Okay, so I'm going to actually add it into the layers. So here we go. I'm going to close that here. Okay, so let me see here. It's going to load up my project. So I want to show you how we can upload songs, like recordings that and audio from our computer, and then I'm going to show you how we can edit that little piece, and then how we can actually incorporate it in here. Okay. Okay, so I have the loops and everything that I made already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new trap. I'm going to add a new track, but I'm going to import the file. So I'm going to choose the file, and for me, it's going to be I Have a Dream. Here we go. All right, so this is what I recorded from YouTube. What I'm going to do, this is annoying me. There we go. I'm actually going to make all my other beats that I have here quiet, just so I can actually hear that. So I'm just going to mute them, and let's have a listen to what I recorded.
I have a dream that one day.
Okay, so all I want here, I just want to have the I Have a Dream part. So what I can do, we know that we can splice stuff. So I'm going to splice it and move it over. I'm going to cut out some of that part. I'm going to cut out some beginning. That was just me. Now, if you need to, you can zoom in a bit more so you can see stuff better. There we go. Okay. Let me just have a listen to it then now.
I have a dream.
Cool. I'm going to just cut out a little bit more. There. Okay. So let's see how it sounds now.
I have a dream.
Ooh, I like that. Okay. So what I want to do is I actually want to save that part actually as a loop so I could reuse it a bunch of times. Okay. So when I go to this, maybe I have to zoom in a little bit more. When I go over the actual beat, the actual audio, here we go. Edit comes up. So I'm going to hit edit and I'm going to add to loop library. I'm going to call it Dream, still because I've already done this before, Dream. And I'm going to add the loop. So now anytime that I want to grab it, I can grab it from my loop library. And what's kind of cool, it's under my loops. And because it's in my loop library, the benefit of me having it there in my loop library is all the other things that apply to it, like changing the tempo and all that kind of stuff, and everything will apply to that as opposed to me copying and pasting it. So anytime I want to use it for any song, I just have to grab it, put it in there. Okay. It automatically repeats it. I can like not repeat it. I could do whatever I want. Okay. So let me rewind everything here all the way to the beginning. Let me put all my audio back on. I'm going to take this and I think I'm going to have it like come up with after the scratch, I have a dream. After the scratch, I have a dream. Let's see how it sounds. Okay, I don't like where it sits. I'm going to move it over a little bit more so it makes more sense here. Okay, let's try that. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so actually I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to Control C, Control V, and I'm going to repeat it and put it here. So the idea is, let's have a listen. Okay, I think that's kind of cool. So now I just want to show you one more thing. I'm going to make another one. And I'm going to make one more. Okay, so let's keep listening to it. It's going to sound like. Now, what I'm kind of hearing is that it would be nice actually if it was nudged over just a tiny bit. Let me show you how to do that. There's this thing where it actually snaps the audio to those lines, but if I wanted to shift it over just a tiny, tiny bit, if I unsnap that, lets me just slide it over just a tiny bit. So let's listen to it now. I think this might sound better. Okay. I'm going to do that with all of them just because I think just where I cut it off, it would fit better just in terms of the beats. Now, you can do cool things too with your loops, and I just want to show you one more thing. Okay, so let me start it here. Okay, one more thing that I want to show you is this. I take my last one and I'm going to edit and actually do some cool stuff to it. I can actually transform the voice. I can make it darker, lighter. I can, you can change octaves, which like it can make it like a chorus. I'm going to try robot. I don't know. Let's see what it looks like. So I don't know if that's unethical to change Martin Luther King's voice into a robot, but I'm making music here, so it's okay. Let's see what that sounds like. So I only did that to that last one. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Okay, so here I have now, then I've actually made something with pre-recorded loops. I've made something with my own loops and I've played around with it. I could keep, there's tons of really neat parts from his speech that I could put on there. I could actually maybe take audio from different themes and different speeches and different things from the time and put that in there. I could do some really, really neat stuff. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. I want you to experiment creating with stuff that's already the loops that are already in Soundtrap. Then I want you to make your own loop by recording some audio from YouTube. It could be part of a song, it could be speech, it could be a sound effect, anything. And then you're going to save it. So again, this saves it to Soundtrap, which you can't hand in a Soundtrap file. So let me show you how you're going to actually go to how you're going to get the MP3. I'm going to exit the studio, and it's going to take me back to where all my projects are. It's going to let me see what my projects are, and when I can actually download. So it's under loops. If I actually, it's mixing, but there's a download button here. Here, I already made one here, for example. When I click on here, there's actually a download button here. And if I download it, it will actually download it as an MP3 file for me. And then that's what I want to hand in. It says loop recording hand in. That link will be live for you. You're going to upload that MP3 file there for me, okay? So again, you're making your own recording using pre-recorded loops using Soundtrap and your own loop that you've made, okay? This is going to be cool. I can't wait to hear what you're going to do.